Hello. Sorry I'm getting this video posted so late today. I tried to shoot the video outside earlier, but the wind was so loud and strong that even my wind muffler on my mic wasn't cutting it out, and the sound came out terribly. But it is Texas. That's what we deal with. It's so flat here, and these high winds that are just insane. So I'm inside now, and what I am going to talk about tonight is part of the opening of how it works when that is read in a meeting. So I'm going to read that to you first, and this is taken from the AA Big Book. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those, too, who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. And so the reason why I wanted to talk about that tonight is, I've been thinking a lot about some of the tools of recovery, and one of the tools that I often overlooked in the past were those words around constitutionally incapable, rigorous honesty, born that way, mental capacity. So I thought I would share a little bit more of the makeup of my addiction and everything that goes along with that. And what that is are two things that blocked my ability to have the rigorous honesty needed in order to recover. One is clinical depression. I've had that almost my entire life, diagnosed with it when I was 19, and I'm 43 now, so clinically diagnosed for quite a few years. I am currently on a medication. I was started on a medication when I was 19, but I would stop it at times and stop taking it, and then the chaos and unmanagement of my life would come back. So I take Pamelar. It's an older drug, and it works really, really well for me. 75 milligrams a day. And then I am also borderline personality disorder. What is interesting about that, or that I discovered, is that typically borderline personality is something that the female population deals with. I'm not sexist at all. It's truly what the textbooks say. And so both of these conditions, I have worked with a team, a psychiatrist and a psychologist, and for the borderline personality, I take Lamictal, and it's 300 milligrams a day is what I'm on. So why do I bring these up? Well, I've kind of just talked a little bit about the depression. I would have moments where, I would literally hole up for a full weekend or days at a time, shut all the drapes, and I wouldn't turn on any lights, and I'd stay in bed and either sleep or watch constant TV. And I wouldn't socialize, I wouldn't answer the phone, and I would just stay locked up in the house and cry for no reason whatsoever. I couldn't even explain. And I had no motivation to do anything. And for the borderline personality disorder, how that affects me is it is really hard to determine right from wrong. It is extremely difficult for me to remember complete truth. So what that means is my mind literally will inject fiction into actual events that happen. And it can be happening right now, or not right now, but it could be happening in the past when the event was going on, or it would inject fiction into memories of the past and interweave those stories to where my mind absolutely 100% without a doubt believed that version of what happened was the truth. And I remember I would share stories with family and friends and my husband, and constantly get feedback like, that's not how it happened. What are you saying? Where did you get that? And that's a part of the borderline personality, is I inject these made up stories into truth and end up believing them, that's how it happened. And intense fear of abandonment is another one of the symptoms. And we do anything, desperate things, to get people to not leave us. Crazy things. I'm not even going to go into some of the details, at least not right now, of some of the stuff that I've done to keep people from not leaving me. And then extreme paranoia. I did not have pictures in my house of friends or family because I literally thought they were looking at me all the time, pictures. I didn't like magazines laying around the house or anything that had photos of people because I thought I was being judged all the time, that everybody was judging me, even pictures. So that's a part of my belief of what constitutionally incapable and mental disorder means in the opening statements of how it works. Those things were truly preventing me from rigorous honesty. And the Lamictal is recent because the borderline personality disorder didn't come out until after I got into recovery a few months. But the depression, clinical depression, has been there since 19 and most likely earlier from some of my behaviors in school. But I would convince myself that I could do without it, that I could function without the medication after a period of time. I'm like, I'm doing great. Okay, I'm gonna throw the medication out, so to speak, and stop taking it. I can handle this. And every time I did that, it was disastrous. Like addiction is a disease of the mind, depression and borderline personality disorder are also a disease of my mind, and they are always going to be there. And going to meetings, sharing my story in the way that I am right now, going to step study, having a sponsor, talking to people, all of those things or activities are the pill that I take for addiction. And what I've come to believe about my clinical depression and borderline personality is the pills that I take for them are just my daily vitamin. It's what I need to function. And I don't think of it as a crutch like I did before. I think of it as, I hate to even say this, but almost as like a salvation to me. Because I was incapable of being honest with myself before. And when I hit bottom and my world crumbled around me, I can't imagine living any other way or ever believing again that I can't take my daily vitamins. So that's my background. A little bit more of it. This is not meant to be advice or to say that you may have these things. If you have trouble with rigorous honesty like I did, there may be reasons why. What's blocking that? And for me to discover what was blocking that, I worked closely with someone. So I hope this sparks some additional thoughts and ideas in your own mind of what addiction and recovery means to you, and maybe some of those blocks that might be stopping you from your own rigorous honesty. Like I always say, though, I'm not here to tell you what to do or to say that I'm trying to give anyone advice. I'm just trying to share my own experience with recovery and everything that was involved in it as honestly as possible, so that my story may ring some bells. I guess that's all I've got for this evening. I wish you all the best. Have a great evening yourself. And that's all from the Agnostic Addict for this week. Goodbye.